watercolour for coffee.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm typically an oil painter, but I started doing these about 4 months ago. Just using coffee, and yeah, it's similar to watercolour, but you're using canvas. It's raw canvas, so it kind of soaks in. But you've got to be really careful because it wants to seep. So you've got to be careful how much you load your brush up, otherwise it kind of wants to run on you. And so it's all trial and error really, because some of the early ones, a lot of them, it would just seep into the canvas and it would run where you didn't want to go. So it took a while to figure out how much to put on the brush without doing that.
Do you mostly just like doing like celebrity portraits?
No, a bit of everything. I mean, I do a lot of commission stuff too. People who want their own personal ones done. Do a lot of that. Just that I sort of chose these because they're sort of iconic, figures, and people know who they are. And it's just a different medium to sort of see someone who's recognisable. I mean, coffee is kind of it's different. I mean, I wanted something that's sort of Americana, fairly broad range of subjects. From anywhere from politics to music to sports. Yeah.
Have you tried tea before?
No, I've tried wine, but it didn't. It was hard because the problem with wine is when you put it on there, it would come out a different colour. Because when you put it on there, it's a light red, but when it dried, it was a darker red. So it was hard to judge the tones because it would dry. When it would dry, it would change colour. So at least with coffee, you know what colour it's, depending on the strength, what it's going to look like. Yeah, this is going to be Kurt Cobain once it's finished.
Do you start with the pencil?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I sketch it first, and then I'll put a complete all the light washes on first, and let them completely dry. Then come back in with the darker ones. So typically I'll use about 3 or 4 tones, but you've got to let them dry in between tones, otherwise it just turns into one tone. And that's what I found out the hard way. You had to be patient and let it dry.
It doesn't take as long as oil does to dry, probably.
Yeah, no. Well, the one good thing about oils is that you can keep reworking them. Whereas once this goes on there, it's stained and it's hard to get off because it's soaking into the canvas. It's sort of basically just like a coffee stain. That's all it is. So trying to control what it was doing was the hardest part.
Thank you for letting me know.
Hey, no worries.
Would you mind just saying your name? And...
Jason Swain,
Okay.
From Kensington, Maryland.
Okay, cool.
Originally Australia, so which you might tell. And this will be hanging here for the next month.
Okay, cool.
And they may be doing a story on the local channel. I think either WUSA or NBC might be coming out in the next week or so. We'll see.